Hey everybody, Chiron here, and welcome back to another episode of Banished. So we're gonna jump right into this one. We've got a couple things building yet. We did fix our log situation from the last couple of episodes, so we're gonna get back into building. So we've got these unpaused, and looks like they're all ready to work. We do have a disease that kind of popped up, and we lost one of our mines. So I'm going to upgrade this one to a deep mine. We do have all the materials for that already. It's lamp oil. Lamp oil 194, so we do have enough. And this one's fully upgraded. This one's going to be fully upgraded. And then we have our deep mine here. So at some point we're going to have to replace these with new mines, which we have plenty of space around the map. Probably put it like right in here, just tuck it away a little bit. Alright, so we're going to finish up our fort here. Still don't really know what I'm going to do with this area yet, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. So we'll do a couple more officer townhouses. Just going to line them up right in here. And then we should be able to bring that road over. This is off by one. When in my original design I only had 3 houses here and I tore down this tower, but I kind of like the tower there just to protect this side of the wall. So I figured I'd leave it in, put 4 houses here, and we can still fit the same number of houses in. It just is a little bit less aesthetically pleasing, but it's not too bad. Alright, we'll put in our stone road here for everybody, and there we have it. So that's pretty much the fort. Like I said, I still have this area here, but yeah, we'll figure out what to do in there. So we have 100 tools. We are capped on clothing. A lot of our clothing is going to full livery for our forward post here, but we are able to keep up our supply pretty good. Tools are on the rise, I believe. Hopefully, I think we have 4 people. Actually, 3 people working on tools, and then we have our last person here in joists. And yeah. Alright, see what we got at the trading post here. Not really anything that I'm concerned with. We get a lot of those materials from here, so we got marble and jade from there for a statue maker. Gem cutter, I still don't think we have enough gemstones to be able to do that. So yeah, we only have 1 rough gemstone. We don't have too many extra laborers that we can put on our precious mine either, so we'll just have to make do. Though I think our placer mine is maxed. Yep, placer mine's maxed, and actually our precious mine is maxed as well, so we might actually have to build more. Alright. Yeah, otherwise we got 100,000 food, so we're definitely recovered from that little recession that we had going on. Not sure why this is not building. I don't know if this is too much of a grade for them to actually grab that tree. that might be a problem, but we'll see. And what else we got? We got plenty of storage here. We have our magazines. We've got our barn banks. So yeah. So I think what we might want to do, our tool supply is going down, it looks like. So we might want to put in another smith. Actually, could probably upgrade this one so that we can put 2 people there. Let's do that. Increase priority on that. Yep, so our clothing is still capped, so we're fine on clothing. Alright, health and happiness are almost all the way capped, which is good. I did take a minute kind of between episodes to get this kind of mined out just a little bit, so we have some extra room. This is a very gentle grade, and pretty much most of it was covered in non-passable terrain. So I just kind of smoothed it out a little bit so we can put some buildings there. And yeah, otherwise everything else is looking pretty good. These are mine. Looks like we need to increase this a little bit. What's our total miner? Oh, that's a lot. Alright. 14, 15, 14. That should be fine for now. Could use some more stone though. We should probably put in another quarry. Let's do that right now just so we don't forget. Anywhere out of the way that we can put this in. Guess we could probably put it in this area. Yeah, let's put it here, I think. Not really going to use this space for anything. And then we can... These are all log cabins. We could put in some townhouses over here to increase our population over here so they don't have to walk too far from the forest hubs and from the small quarry here. Alright, we'll do... I think we'll do a stone stockpile. So this stockpile is going to be specifically just for stone, so that they don't start bringing over other materials and filling it up. Alright, and then we need to... Where's the town? There's the country house. Alright. And it looks like I have these pointed sideways. So let's go ahead and build a couple more houses here. What did I... It's interesting. There's road space. Oh, these are log cabins. That's why. That's right. The log cabins do have road space on either side. So, all right. So then we will do. We'll put them facing. This way. So that will give us some room so we can put our country houses here, and then we can replace all these with more country houses and we still have room. That'll work. And you can't upgrade the log cabins, so you do have to demolish them. Let's see what we have for the trading post here. Again, not really materials that we need. Potentially jade statues, you know, or jade we could carve into statues and things like that. What's our statue maker actually doing? He's doing marble right now. Let's max out on jade. The jade costs 10, and then the jade statues get us 240. So I don't know how many materials go into each one, but that seems like a pretty good trade-off. Yeah, I just don't think they're going to be able to get that tree up there. So, alright, let's demolish that, and we'll start over with a slightly smaller pasture. We want to do slope conforming. And 30 by 14. Nope. We'll do... There we go. Hopefully they can build that. All right. Oh. Wait a minute. Let's cancel production on these. So it looks like I don't know if this is a recent change or not. It looks like these don't have a limit. So this one has, 34% remaining. These don't. So these might be permanent structures now. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. So what's our log situation look like? My plan is to get rid of this, but I don't necessarily know if we can do that. See if we have any other methods of passively getting logs. So we have the logging barge. It requires 2 hull components. Collects wood logs or hardwood for the small price. Oh, that requires silver fending. We don't really want to use our fending for that. Saw pit. Creating lumber. Yeah, doesn't look like it. There was one recommendation to use the automatic purchaser. So we'll do 1,000 logs on purchase when the merchant arrives. And we'll see if that gets us anywhere. Alright, just food items, don't really care. Alright. See how our housing's doing over here. Alright, doing pretty good. So let's go ahead and remove these 3. And then they should go over to our barracks, since we kicked them out. So they do have somewhere to live now, instead of previously when they would just be out in the cold for a while. Which is pretty nice. Shower house is not working. Increase that by 1. Alright. Let's see what else we have here. I think at this point we really just need to increase our population. And I think with all of the officer townhouses that we have up here, yeah, it looks like everybody's a couple of older generations, but there are quite a few that are within the range to produce children. So, and then I think we are good on. I think we're going to be good on our schoolhouse here. 27 students. We have capacity for, I think, 100 students. Stack burners out. That's weird. I think we might have just gone through a death cycle. Crushed by a rock. Alright, let's drop this back down to where it was before. Just so we have a couple extra laborers hanging around. Alright, don't need any clothing. Tannery. Let's see, cured leather. We have 900 cured leather. I don't actually know what we do with cured leather, so we'll pause that for now. I think cured leather we need for some sort of a buff coat. But we have frock coat in production right now with leather and cloth. Yeah, I guess we could use up our cured leather, why not? Might as well if we have it. Alright. Alright, food production is still good. Tools are pretty good. We were at about 170, we're at 190 now. And we can bump that up one more, just so that we make sure that we don't run out of tools at all. Oh yeah, look at those children coming in. We doubled the number of our children since the beginning of this episode. we have room to put in one of our country houses here. And put in another one. Alrighty. Let's keep going with the country houses, why not? We'll go right there. And then we're gonna have to destroy this at some point and move it. That one's filled up. We just gotta upgrade your stockpile, that'd be nice. Have like a stockpile warehouse. Might make that recommendation. The stockpiles just take up so much land space. Alright. So we can go... What are these doing? Yeah, doing pretty good. Do Frisian cows, and then we'll just split this one. Alright. And we're out of laborers again. Let's take a look. So we don't need our traders right now, so we can reclaim them. We have plenty of supplies stacked up. I think they're pretty much maxed. Building supplies don't need. Alright. Let's clear out a couple of... Oop, those trees are already scheduled for clearing. Alright. Plenty of herbs. I need bone meal and cloth. Yep, looking good. Alright, hopefully we get a couple of kids graduating here pretty soon. Don't like being that low on laborers. Alright. Housing looks like it's going pretty good here. And we could probably start filling in some more of our quayside homes. See, it's that one. Let's see. 1, 2. Where is it? There it is. 3. And 4. So I'll just start filling in the river here with a couple homes. Nice thing about the quayside homes is they don't take a whole bunch of real estate, but you can still get quite a few people in them. So we got our homes up here, got a couple of quay lockers that are pretty much filled up with fish, which is good. So our fishing's been doing pretty good. I think the last time I looked, this was at about like 1,800 or something like that. Now it's only 300. This one only has one person working at it, which that's pretty much what I expect for one person to produce. And then this one, we're in the 900 range, which, again, for 4 people's not that stellar of a production rate, but not much you can do about it. Rock died of old age. A lot of occupational hazards lately. That is not good. But once we get a couple graduates, we'll be fine. All right. So I think what we want to do is start making a couple of native settlements up here. So we have a TP, which is just a small home type of area. We have the wigwam, which is a... I can't remember exactly what the wigwam is, if it's just housing or if it does something else. So each one of these buildings you can convert to multiple different things. Then you got the native longhouse. So let's put the native longhouse in here, and then we'll put a wigwam on either side. How does that go? There we go. And then we'll throw a couple of TPs in here, kind of up on the northern bank. So what do these require? Leather, logs, leather and logs, that's it. Alright, that should be pretty easy. So once they start building those, I can kind of show the upgrade process for those. To upgrade them, you can actually I might not upgrade them. I might just leave them as native settlements. The longhouse doesn't really store all that much. It only stores like half or a quarter of what a standard barn will, and you can't upgrade it further into like a storage warehouse or anything. And with the bank barns and the magazines that we have, we don't really need extra storage. And then the housing, I think it's just standard housing. It doesn't have any extra warmth or anything. I think the wigwam might be like a stone house, and then the teepee is like a wood house. So. Alright, we did, let's see, schoolhouse we never upgraded. We have our country school here that we can upgrade into a farmer's college. And then country school again, just upgrade to a farmer college. Alright. And we can continue production down here. So we're going to do same design that we've been doing. We'll do a storage barn. I'm actually going to clear this out so I can see what I'm doing again. I built in a little bit between episodes. Hey, look at that. Got some nomads. So let's get our productions back up to normal here. We'll do that. Herdsman, 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 herdsman. There we go. Keep our food production going and our materials. Alright. We do have a trader. See what he's bringing. Great hemp, gemstones, fenning. Yeah, silver fenning's only $1 a piece. That's not bad. Yeah, might as well. Then we can convert that fenning over into these items. So these have been doing pretty good. We get some furnace fuel, coal, we get steel tools, which is really helpful. Alright. Yeah, now our children are looking a little bit better here. We get a little low. I think when we started this episode it was like 25 students and 25 children, something along those lines. So with our extra houses, we're getting a little bit better now. And upgrading the log cabins is also a good idea too. It'll use less of our fuel. Alright. We out of materials anywhere? We're out of coal. That's right. Coal. Minor 32. Alright, perfect. That should start producing coal again. We'll get our sand production back on schedule. Our... What was this? adventurer looks like he took another arrow to the knee. Farmer. $35 of 105. Yep. All right. Oh, we need one more in here yet. Sort of townhouse. Bam. All right. So this area is 100% complete. We could do a little bit of style points up in here. Let's, where do they have decorations? We could do... do hedges on each side of the... What do we call this? The governor's mansion, the mayor's home, whatever it happened to be. And then, yeah. So, looking pretty good. Oh, yeah, we needed statues as well. Let's see. Statues. Where would statues be? Statues. Alright, so we do have a couple marble statues. I think we should probably have a couple jade statues by now. Let's see. Jade statues, 25. Marble statues, 2. And do we have any wood statues? We have 5 wood statues. So wood statue is just a horse. It's a dude. It's a dude riding a llama. I don't like the dude riding the llama. We got a bell. There's our jade statue, and then our marble statue of David looking thing. I think we might do dude riding a llama. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And can't really fit a whole lot in here. We'll do dude riding a llama. And then we'll just do... Let's change? No, it can't change. Yeah, we'll need some more marble statues, it looks like. And then we'll set our trading post to trade out those jade statues, because we honestly don't really need them. Alright, all food items, don't care. Got a couple people graduating, which is good. More workers is always a great thing. Alright. Let's go ahead and demolish this so that we can continue working on our home situation here. Increase priority on that. We do have plenty of room in some of these other ones. This one cleared up pretty good. Alright, got some more marble too, which is awesome, so we can start producing some more marble statues. Wow, he gets a lot of statues out of jade. I wonder if it's 1-to-1. Yeah, it's not gonna tell us. Might have to look that up in the forum, see how many jade are used per statue. But let's start producing marble statues again, just so I can finish that part out. Alright. Quayside homes are getting put in, which is also good. So let's continue that up. Let's see where we can squeeze these in here. Perfect. I got 3 more going. And then I guess we can put more in here as well. Yeah, I can't really fit too many of them in. And this terrain's a little bit at the 45-degree angle. It's kind of a little bit weird, but not too bad. All right. Hopefully our population kind of levels out a little bit by next episode. All right. So that is out of the way. We can put in a couple more country houses. And then we'll have to demolish that road so we can get this last one in here. So remove road. And that should work out pretty nice. So we should have about 300 people. If we look at our production, our food supply for last year was 394. So yeah, we'll have enough, just barely. It looks like we have about 320, 330 people. So before we get too many more houses put in, we'll need to establish a couple more farms, things like that. Just make sure that we have enough food for everybody so we don't go through starvation. But yeah. So looks like we recovered from a couple of the disasters that happened the last couple of episodes. Next episode we're probably going to get more into this area. We just have to wait for all of them to get built up. And yeah, then I can show you what those look like. We can kind of fill this in, make it a nice little native settlement for those guys, and go from there. So that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for coming out, everybody, and see you next time.